Good afternoon. My name is Alex Jones. It is a pleasure to be with you all today. I am the chair of the NTID Diversity Group. The NTID Diversity Group is committed to promoting the best possible learning, living, and working experience. For Alana members of the RIT NTID community. I have the great pleasure of introducing an extraordinary young man. Curtis Babers is a 5th grade student at Lockhart Elementary from Houston, Texas. Mr. Babers captured first place in the 2013 Gardeer MLK Jr. Oratory Competition in Houston with a poignant speech addressing the importance of obtaining an education, in his speech, he noted that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. himself earned a doctorate degree and used his knowledge to change a nation. Curtis hopes for a future where there will be less young men choosing a life of crime and more young men choosing a major in college. Having witnessed acts of desperateness and sorrow in his own community, this 11-year-old explained his passion for seeing others succeed, saying, "I can never reach my full potential because I need my fellow neighbors." When he is not winning competitions, his hobbies include singing, reading, stepping, and he loves robotics and enjoys programming computers. Please join me in giving Curtis a warm RIT welcome.
Good morning, Dr. Martin Luther King. My name is Curtis Babers, and I'm a 5th grade student at Lockhart Elementary. I have a dream for the future that is too beautiful to keep balled up in my heart. When I look at the present situation, I realize that my dream is possibly the light needed to dispel the dark degradation. You once said that faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. Your words inspired me to dream beyond what I can see. And what I see is too terrible for anyone to witness or experience. My campus is located in the heart of 3rd Ward, Houston. When I'm riding in the car with my mom, who is deaf, the scene is very disappointing. I see children walking by 3 or 4 beer stores on the way to school. My dream is to have a state-mandated law stating that beer stores could not be within a 5-mile radius of a school campus. School children should not have the fear or the temptation of what that other environment brings. Dr. King, you of all people know the importance of an educated mind. Before the march on Washington or the bus boycotts, you received a terrific education. My dream is that there'll be less young men choosing a life of crime and more young men choosing a major in college. I have a dream that one day there'll be less young men in jail cells and more young men running businesses. I would like to tell these young men to stop blaming your circumstances on your parents, your situations, and your background. Your circumstance does not make you. Stop wasting your time in these clubhouses. Pursue a law degree and fight for justice in the courthouses. Dr. King, I also have a dream for these young women. I see more half-clothed women than fully clothed women. Every time I turn on the internet or the television, I see women aspiring to be these so-called vixens. My dream is that our young ladies would not aspire to be the next Rat Video or some ballless boo. My dream is that our young ladies would aspire to be women of virtue, treasured wives, and adored mothers. I see more hands holding cigarettes and fewer hands holding diplomas. I see homeless people living on the street with no food to eat. I see children suffering from hopelessness and who are in terrible situations. I believe everyone deserves health care and great doctors. My dream is that no more of God's children will go hungry or suffer dark, dreary nights wondering how things will turn out. Dr. King, you once said that I have the audacity to believe people everywhere can have 3 meals a day for their bodies, education, culture for their minds, dignity, equality, and freedom for their spirits. I completely agree wholeheartedly. I have a caring heart for all people. It hurts me to see other human beings living in boxes. But as you put it, now is the time to rise from the dark and desolate valley. My dream is that people would spend less time on their couches, watch reality television, and more time in a good book expanding their minds. Dr. King, you may be thinking how a 4th grade African-American boy can have such a heavy burden on his heart. Well, again, have to quote from one of your speeches. All life is interrelated, tied in a single garment of destiny. I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. As long as there are more minorities in jail, as long as there are beer stores and drugs in the perimeter of schools, as long as our young ladies are using their bodies for their advancement, as long as there is a single hungry child, I suffer. I can never reach my full potential because I need my fellow neighbors. Difficult and painful as it is, we must walk on in the days ahead with an audacious faith in the future. This is my dream for our future, Dr. King. I believe it shall brighten our tomorrows. Thank you for letting me share my dream with you.